Hello and welcome back. This is going to be an early October allotment tour. I'm going to have the camera quite close to my face because I haven't sorted out a microphone yet. I didn't do a tour last month, I just didn't get around to it, and I didn't really do a lot of work in the garden at all either, so not much has changed apart from there's a lot more weeds. I've got tons of work to do, tons of clearing up to do. I've got loads of seedlings that need to get planted out, but very quickly I thought I'd show you what's happening. So since last time I have started to harvest the pumpkins. These are looking really good. The sunflowers are over, they need to come out, and I want to save the seeds. All the tomatoes have come out. Finished harvesting all the tomatoes at the beginning of September. And in their place I've put these chard, which are coming on really well and are ready to start picking. In the first bed, the parsley is still rampant. I've cut it down many times already. Where the tomatoes used to be, I have put pak choy. Got some carrots that are looking good. These are supposed to be beetroot, and they haven't really bulbed up. I've eaten some of them as lettuce crops, but I think I'm just going to rip them out and replace them with something else. The red cabbages, these got eaten by eaten so badly by the caterpillars, but I left them in place because they were just starting to heart up and I wondered if they would recover. They haven't done really anything, so they're going to come out today. Look at all the weeds. This is because I bought terribly poor quality manure to top dress this bed, and it's just filled the whole bed with weeds. I'm really cross. It's a good job the cosmos is flowering because that's making me much happier. The kale, oh, I've just bashed my head on a sunflower. The kale that got eaten by caterpillars has miraculously come back to life. These are looking really strong now, which is a shame because I sowed a whole load more, so I'm going to be eating a lot of kale this winter. The courgettes took ages and ages to get going, but have eventually produced loads of fruit. I picked the last fruits. Oh no, there's always more. I picked a whole load of fruits off here, and it's actually still flowering, so I'm just going to leave it until it stops making babies. Same on this side. My globe artichoke is massive and it fell over, so I've had to create it a little support network, but it is actually producing fruit, which I really didn't expect. So I'm going to harvest this soon. Look, there's another baby one. Way later in the year than I ever thought they would, but that seems to be the theme for the year. Gaps that I never filled in this bed. It's just full of weeds. So I've got seedlings galore to go out here. What have we got? Corn salad, 9-star broccoli, couple of fennel, loads more beetroot and some more swede, lettuces, and then these are my biannual flowers for next year. California poppies, some ammi, some cornflowers. I think all of these are, nigella as well. Look, I've even got some cauliflowers. Oh crikey, they desperately need to go out. So yeah, loads and loads of planting to do. I've been so negligent. August and September I've done almost nothing here. The blueberry bushes are looking strong. They've stopped fruiting. This is my currant bush. One of the pumpkin plants has just taken over this area and was still producing fruit. I don't know if the fruit is going to do anything though, so I will... I don't think it's got time to ripen, so I might just have to pull this one out anyway. And then the top bed, all the beans, all of these beans are ready to produce. Look, got some lovely ballottis. I'm half tempted just to leave these and see if they'll dry. These ones are ready to pick, the purple ones, and I was really surprised by the green ones. They look like runner beans, but I didn't think they were going to be this kind of bean at all. I thought they were going to be green versions of these. So that's taken me aback a little bit. I've been eating the beetroot, but there's a lot more here that's ready to pick. I've got some little Swedes. These again got eaten completely by caterpillars, but have recovered. But I've only got teeny tiny Swede on there, and then the leeks are starting to look good. Some of these leeks I could probably start to pick anytime now. They'll be smaller, but there's no reason not to. In fact, I wish I'd done a whole lot more. In the corner, the cucumber is dead. It did not like being in that pot. I did get a couple of fruit off it, but not a lot. This should have been, this was rather, a Scotch bonnet. And despite how big the plant is, the fruits have just been pathetic. I probably haven't fed it enough, and it's drooping a little bit. In contrast to the lemon drop, these fruits are massive. I just need them to ripen. This is the sunniest part of the garden that gets the sun first thing in the day, but I wonder if they might just need a bit more heat. I haven't been in here, in the little poly house, for days and days and days, so goodness knows. Ooh. Got loads of jalapenos ready to pick and harvest. Again, as long as they're producing. Ooh, some peppers, stunted ones because I keep forgetting to feed and water these plants, but as long as things are producing in there, I'm going to keep going, even though we're in the turning of the seasons. I've structurally done no work whatsoever to the rest of the allotment. Does anybody know when a sweet potato is ready? Do I just leave it until all the green dies, or am I supposed to do something with it sooner than that? I don't know, please tell me. Ooh, my finger was just in the way. So please tell me when I'm ready to see if I've got a sweet potato. But nothing has changed. I've done nothing towards putting the greenhouse up. I've done nothing towards filling the new bed or putting together the next one. In fact, this has just been a place to cure the pumpkins. These are the pumpkins that I've already harvested. Look at them. I mean, some of them are small, but isn't it the most pumpkin-y pumpkin you've ever seen? I'm very excited. Curing these will... Some of these are already probably well cured. Some of them need a bit longer. They've all been ripened at different times. But they're going to keep me very, very happy and very well fed over the winter. So it's looking a complete state. It is looking a complete state, but at the same time I'm really, really happy with everything that I've achieved in here this year, considering I started with nothing. I've eaten everything that I have harvested, everything that I've grown, and yeah, it's exciting. Loads more work to do. The season isn't over and preparation for next season is well underway. So it's about time I got on, oh, in the shed now. It's about time I got on with some jobs. No idea where to start. I think I'm going to start weeding the first bed. I'm going to start by weeding this bed, and then I can work out where these things are going to go in it. Okay, so the row of spring onions is still work in progress. I needed to water them, they weren't coming out of the tray properly. So I went ahead and I've pulled out the red cabbage, and I've planted in its place another row of kale. So these kales will, I imagine to happen, is that these kales will develop slowly over winter, and maybe they'll be ready to eat in the springtime. Maybe if it continues to be warm, maybe I will be eating some of them before Christmas. But got to think about the hungry gap at this time of year, make sure that there's enough stuff to cover it. So yeah, feeling quite good about this little effort. Let's have a look at the bed as a whole now. Got to get rid of this weed. Ha! That can go straight in the compost. So now I've got a nice clear row. I'm going to go and find something to put in it. First up, I've got some, oh, that's never going to focus. First up, I've got some green cabbages. These were sown towards the end of August. Sowing them about a handspan away from the pak choi. cabbages are in. I've sown them, I've planted them quite far apart. I don't know if they'll heart up the same way as the ones that I planted at the beginning of the summer did, but they were massive and they needed more space than I gave them. So I've just put 3 here and 2 there, and we'll see how they go. Not a bad bit of progress in the garden today after all. I've still got all of the middle bed to sort out. Haven't done anything in there, but I did a good tidy up of the first bed. Harvested some things out of the end bed. Got a really good collection of chilies. Put a load of stuff in the compost bin. Yeah, good session, I think. The last job of the day is just to see whether or not there's anything that I want to sow this month. So let's have a look in the box. The last time I checked out the contents of this box, which I handily label things to direct sow now, was sometime in September when I did a load of biennial flowers. So we've got all of those. The snapdragons desperately need pricking out. Nigella. Okay, so we've got pak choi, turnips. I don't want any more cabbages. Spring onions are always really good, although when it comes to spring onions, people always talk about them as being like a quick crop. They take forever to grow to maturity for me, and always have done in every garden I've grown vegetables in. So I will sow some, because you kind of can sow them most of the year, but I don't expect to be eating them for some time to come. What else have we got? Komatsu, more spring onions. I did some 9-star broccolis. Swede is another vegetable that doesn't grow well for me, and the sowing time is way over. Definitely don't need any more kale. Do I want to do some more beetroot? Sort of suggests that the time is over, so maybe not. Definitely don't want to do any more. Got some honesty. Foxgloves don't want to germinate for me. Loads more foxgloves. Okay. Chard, spinach, loads more spinach. Don't want any more kale. Mizuna, winter purslane, rocket, corn salad and winter lettuce. All of those can still be sown, so we're not going to do it now, but we'll do some more of that later. So I think I'm going to call it a day, chaps. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for coming back to my channel if you have seen some of my videos before, and if you're new here, thank you very much for finding me and for hanging around seeing what's going on in my garden at the beginning of October. I have some house development content coming soon on this channel, which is where the channel started, documenting my house renovation. So if you're interested in that, then there'll be some more updates coming soon. If you're just here for gardening stuff, then I will probably be back next month, maybe the end of this month if I get my act together, with another update. So thanks very much. Please remember to like and subscribe. It really does make a huge difference for a small channel like mine. And thanks again. Take care.